The question for our guest today is, when you're underwriting a platform investment, how much of your return is driven by the business itself versus your future ability to execute tuck-ins? And what have you gotten wrong around this in the past?
So look, when we're underwriting, we primarily underwrite a mill pond based case on organic growth. Look, I mean, I think where things have not panned out in the past, again, luckily it's been a small number of cases, but I think where we've gotten burned is primarily around just customer churn, and primarily really at that smaller end of like the SMB market is probably where we're most sensitive, Todd, because there we've had situations where we've nailed the end market, we've nailed the value proposition, but the customer base is such that for a lot of things outside of your control, you're going to churn, which puts just a lot of pressure on the customer acquisition engine and impacts your ability to grow and build something that's sustainable and predictable to the level we want when we're looking to sell these businesses.
It's something we struggle with, all the time at Dynamic Core, right? When we've gotten it wrong, it's not having clear goals for the tuck-in, not having that clear goal of saying I want to cross-sell this service in my customer base, or not having a clear plan about how to actually execute on that. So underwriting revenue synergies that don't actually materialize.
Stuart Coleman from Superstep, what are your insights?
When we get that wrong, I would say there are kind of 2 places that happens. One is backing the wrong management team that doesn't want to be part of a platform, probably should have sold to a strategic that didn't have a longer hold period, and we weren't aligned from the beginning.
Jamie Kennedy from Griffin's Wharf, what are your thoughts there?
So at Griffin's Wharf, we actually, in our underwriting, the entire return is driven by the base business. So again, we're not underwriting any bolt-ons. We're not underwriting multiple expansion. Where we have gotten it wrong, and it's difficult not to, is, in modeling.
Ryan Schmidt from Court Square, what are your thoughts?
But if the standalone business doesn't work on its own, I think the thesis is just generally too fragile. M&A can add a lot of value. But, I think people overlook execution risk, integration risk, timing risk, all these different things that can impact the business.